And we are live for the replay of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, the former, at the time, current WBC heavyweight champion of the world, taking on Bermain Stiverne. Now, I'm going to let it load up a little bit, but right now we're in the undercard, and it's a very lit card. We have the tough, rugged Adrian Granados taking on Sean Showtime Porter in a fight that is very exactly what it was promised. Rough, tough, rugged. And I get the luxury, due to the time we're in, to go with these fights live. I just caught the notification from PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. Why not? Let's do it on. It's the 9th round in against Granados taking on Sean Porter. Sean Porter showing the speed, the talent, the ruggedness. Adrian Granados is showing the heart, the will, but not the talent or the punching power. Okay? Sean Porter's looking like a little Mike Tyson, a rugged, drunkard Mike Tyson with a little bit of Manny Pacquiao because he has the stutter step, you know, but he's not as fast as Manny. Even Manny, the Manny right now, the Congressman Manny, okay? It's late in the UK. Here's a like and enjoy the fight. People's ill watch this tomorrow. Peace, Royce. Thank you. You guys tell me where you're at. We got 13 on the chat. Let's get those likes up. We are watching. If you guys want, check out PBC on YouTube. It is showing the fight live of Deontay Wilder versus Bermain Stiverne 2. Okay. And I was just watching this and I was like, let's go live. Let's check this out. And Sean Porter's putting in work on Adrian Granados. Adrian Granados is like he's trying too hard to put punches together, but he has to remember his punches are not what it takes to knock out people. So, but he's throwing them with mean intentions. He just doesn't have the stank behind him, okay? You guys tell me where you're at in this crazy world. I am in front of the television watching this lit event. It's round 10 to get it in. This is the championship rounds. A lot of holding, a lot of wrestling. You know, Sean Porter, you know, he does a lot of that. You know, if Sean took a little step back, yeah, I know. Kevin Brown, counterpunch to you. I'm going on strike. This is the quarantine strike. I'm not cutting it until all this is over. I'm gonna be looking like Rick Ross before it's over, probably, maybe, possibly. Counterpunch to you, Kevin Brown. Quarantine beard, I like it. See, Sean Porter's doing a good job of turning Granados because Granados is an eager guy that wants to make an impact, but he lacks power. Because I remember him in a slugfest, Iman, right? He actually took him out by outworking him. But it wasn't from punching powers for the accumulation. But he's going up against Sean Porter, a guy that's tough and can also ditch out that same type of work rate. Okay? That's the problem. So Sean Porter can bang with you, and then he gets you in the he gets you on across the ropes like he has now, and he's just giving him the business. He's just bet. Kind of like Frazier in a sense. When Frazier used to have you on the ropes and he turns and he does a little dance, that's exactly what Sean Porter's doing. But Sean Porter, he has to respect Granados because normally guys like Paulo Malignaggi and other guys that are not as tough as Granados, he's hitting Granados with these type shots that Granados, he just hit him with an uppercut, a left hook, a right hand, another left hook. Right? And he was leaning on him in the process. Granados kept coming with his own punches. They're pillow punches. He doesn't have much on him. But he's tough. He's going to fight you back. That's what you love about Adrian Granados. He's not the most skilled, but you can't say he's not the most willed. Let's hit that like button, guys. Let's get it up to 16. We got 16 on the chat. Let's get 16 likes. Nice. The referee's all sweating. Ooh, Granados just took a vicious left hook from Porter. But he ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Granados coming right at him. Got in a nice little right hand by Granados. Now he's getting smothered against the ropes by Porter. I know, right? Adam Cram. Yeah, man. You know, but the sport's alive through media. You know what I mean? It's just all of them are redos and replays, rewinds, reflections, re-something, because it ain't nothing live. But this is live on the channel, though. So, you know. Boom! Good left hook landed. So he threw a right, he threw a left, a right, and then set up the left hook, hitting Adrian Granados. And Adrian Granados, you got to give it to him. He's a tough customer. You know, at this point, he's like a gatekeeper at this point, but overall, it is what it is. I suggest UFC 217. I hear you. Kenny Porter don't play around. You know what I mean? Kenny Porter's like that dedicated father that gets up. He makes sure Sean Porter's up while in training. You know what I mean? The father-son relationship, you know, it does work some of the time. James Farrens, thank you very much. Thank you for your support. No, this is the second, Timothy. This is the second fight, so it don't last that long. This is before Wilder started using the body armor in his ring walks. Granados hitting his chest. You know what I mean? I got heart, cuz. I got heart, cuz. He's working the body, good uppercut, good right hand, but there's no power on these punches. See, now Sean Porter gets him against the ropes, leans on him, and then works with uppercuts and left hooks. He gives him the full package, and he's able to rest and throw punches at the same time against Granados. Okay, Adrian Granados. That was stupid. Okay. Someone got hit with an elbow. Sean Porter, the referee didn't say break. So Adrian Granados runs over. And then the ref like pulls him apart like, what are you doing? Go back over to your other opponent. Gentleman's game. What's up, brother? Granados got a raging bull mentality, you know, to have less punching power. He has a raging bull mentality because he comes at you. Whatever you're going to do to him, he's going to come at you so he can get it. Porter does wrestle at times because he wants that position to either spin you around, to get you on the rope so he can start ripping punches. But there is no time in this fight or any position that Granados is winning. Granados is just taking a beating, you know. Now his nose is swollen, his mouth is bleeding, his eyes are swelling, and Sean gets closer to him. So Adrian, he's fighting like he's fucking drumming a drum or something. Nice, Adam Cram. Oh, GSP, I haven't heard that word in a long time. Back when he used to hang out with Van Damme. Hey! Me and GSP are just hanging out during the splits here. We're in Toronto. We're looking for lots of women. Lots of women here. Me and GSP. He's a friend. He's my brother. 3 seconds left in round 11. Man, you know, you got to take your hats off to these referees because they do a lot of physical work themselves. A lot of people don't realize that the work that referees have to do. They are the instigator. They are the informant. They are the instructor. You know, they are somewhat of the... They dictate the fight. What type of fight? If you got a lot of clinches, they're gonna have a long night. Van Dam went and trained with Team Alpha Male for a bit and accidentally kicked the world champion in the head. You know what, Adam Cram? Van Dam did that shit a lot. I mean, I'm an actor and a stunt performer, and I know of a lot of stunt brothers that he fucked up, like, like for real. And I don't know if he was on something or whatever the case is, but in fact, it's a guy named Jackson Pickney. He took his eye out. He had to pay that man $500,000 because he took his eye out in the movie Cyborg, where they told him he can't kick that close. So you have to measure distance for fight choreography. So if you got a guy that's going to throw, let's say for example, something simple like his classic roundhouse, they tell you to throw it at a certain point. He gets damn near all the way to your face. That's why he ends up kicking him, because there's no room for error if he is off. So yeah, I mean, that's not the first time he's done that. Love Van Dam, but yeah, he's a dangerous guy. He is a very dangerous fellow. See, Sean gets him because he manhandles him. He's grabbing him now. He'll grab him, spin him around, and beep, 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 beep. You know what I mean? Give him the business. Because Porter now, he's fleeting. He is fleeting people. And someone that's probably lost every round on the scorecards, Adrian Granados. He wants to make his statement because, he hasn't really been seriously hurt. He's been rocked a couple times by Porter, but he was able to take Porter's punches. Now, ask yourself this question. Adrian Granados is a fighter that he just took a good right hand from Porter, but it wasn't enough. It's not exactly that Granados is walking through his punches, but he didn't fully respect him. Now, Granados, one of his last fights was who? Danny Swift Garcia, DSG, right? Now, Danny Garcia knocked Granados out. Okay? That he would have been hurt dealing with dealing with Danny Garcia. And that should let you know that these guys, it's a difference in punch and power between Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. Sean Porter's more athletic, and he's able to, he's a good wrestler, and he does have decent punch and power. Oh, now you warn him for holding. He's been doing that all night, ref. Great. I'm going to warn you in the 12th round. It's your last warning. What are you going to do about it? It's the 12th round with 19 seconds to go. Referees, dude, they trip me out. They're going for the ball. They're fighting. Granados is just throwing those punches, but they're like baby punches. Granados is like, he's throwing 100 of them. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. Absolute. It's mad. Sean Porter's best attribute is his activity. Whenever I watch him, I feel like he throws a lot. I feel against a top level of position he can get found out because better fighters can time him. Yeah, Errol Spence timed him eventually. But Sean Porter's all over the place. He's too busy being active to really get a decent ass whooping. You know what I mean? It's like he ain't got time to get whooped because he's so busy trying to do what he does. Errol Spence caught him and his whole, it's like, you know what I mean? You can tell that took him for a spin. Adrian Broner did that to him. A lot of people forget Adrian Broner took on Sean Porter back in, what was it? 15 sometime? Sean got a nice little shiner on the right side there.
times he was the maestro dictating the tune of this fight.
Saludos a Chicago. Chicago, this is a little village. This is our Berlin. I love you. Hey, go.
Adam Cram, appreciate all the content, brother. Appreciate it, Adam. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support.
Interesting that Porter.
You know, in Adrian Granados, let me check out Adrian. Let's look at Adrian for a minute, man, because he's put in work. He's fought a lot of different fights. And this is only 30 years old. Okay. 5'9", 71-inch reach.
We have a unanimous decision. All three judges scored about the same. 117 to 111.
Wow.
All three in favor of the winner. He is now the WBC silver.
Granados has his hand up like, that's me! It's me! Adrian Granados like, oh, dude, whatever. This is bullshit! Okay, yeah, his last loss was to Danny Garcia. TKO in the 7th round. They had to stop it because it was better for Danny Garcia to just, you know, better for them to spare him because, you know, a guy like Adrian Granados could be like another casualty in the sport. Okay, let's just be real. We have guys that don't know how to quit, don't know when to quit. You know, there's no really quit. It's not that element's not in them. Like, dude, I've had enough. You know, maybe their adrenaline's too high. They just got too much heart, and they won't stop. They won't quit. And a guy like Adrian Granados, you know, Danny Garcia was really going to hurt him, and you could tell the punches were damaging. They were absolutely damaging. You know what I mean? And it was a difference how he could take Sean Porter's punches, but he could not take Danny Garcia's punches. You know, that just shows you the difference in punching power. You know, I mean, right hands were catching. Because, you know, Danny Garcia wings his shots. He loops his shots. He kind of reminds me of Miguel Cotto in a way. Because, you know, Cotto, he throws those punches. You know, he's a hooker. You know what I mean? You know what's weird? When I was a huge Oscar fan, if what? We will get to find out if Wilder had a metal rod in his hand or not in this fight. Watch his arm or elbow or whatever. Okay. Yeah, he beat Adalberto Borges. He knocked him out in the 3rd round. Luis Fernando Valdez, 2 Mexican fighters. He did the same thing to him in the 3rd round. Fortuna, I remember that fight. It was real weird. I think he fell out of the ring or some shit like that. Lost to Sean Porter. Lost to Adrian Broner by split decisions. That was kind of close. He beat Amir Iman, you know, but he just had a string of losses, and all of them were from, like, these top fighters, you know, Adrian Broner, Sean Porter, you know, Danny Garcia, you know, so he took a lot of losses, and he always ended up getting the shitty end of the stick. I accidentally pressed send. Continue what I had to say on the next message. Okay.
Thank you for all the support. Thank you, New York. You guys are a beautiful city. I love New York. I do love New York.
Adrian, what's it like to just be on a receiving end of the barrage like this from Sean Porter all night, even though you tried to break him mentally? What's it like to just be in this circumstance constantly for 3 minutes for 12 rounds?
I had no problem with it. I mean, I was in control. Every time he was on the ropes, he was just headbutting me, elbowing me like the usual. But I ate him up and rocked him. I rocked him with my fist, not my head, and not elbows. I rocked him with my fist. I fought clean. But they just, I don't know. I gotta knock everybody out, and I mean they're just gonna keep giving me all the B sides and the lower sides. But I'm gonna keep on fighting. I'm gonna keep on training. This is what I love to do. I love boxing, and I'm. One thing I would like to say, because I'm on this stage, I know gun violence is getting swept up under the rug in Chicago. Hey, please put the guns out. Please stop the violence. Obviously, what happened in Vegas, what happened recently in New York, can we please get it together, y'all? Like, there ain't no need for all that.
Whoa. Well, Granados, he spoke his piece. He said he was a clean fighter, meaning he thought that Sean Porter was a dirty fighter. Smart money. Mr. Counterpunch is like your Wilder's biggest fan. I like some of Wilder fights. I love what he did to the troll. What's his name? Charlie Z, something like that. Yeah, he came looking for that kid. He came looking for that kid, and he found that kid because that kid was asking for it. He was one of those mental. I never seen a retarded bully. That's what that guy was. Charlie Z was. He's a retarded bully because he ain't right upstairs, but he's dangerous. But that doesn't stop you from having a mentality to hurt people. So just because you don't have it all or you're not the smartest person doesn't give you the right to do the things that he did. And he did a lot of messed up junk. Hey, yeah, put these gloves on. I won. You know what I mean? And he wanted to take on Deontay Wilder. So Deontay Wilder came to him. And pretty much slapped him down, slapped him around. He really didn't fight him because it really wasn't a fight because the dude, he's a retarded bully, but he's also a coward. And I'm going to tell you why. Charlie Z is a guy that he hit Floyd Mayweather Sr. like behind the head, like hit him in the back, like sucker punched him. When he himself couldn't handle the punches coming from a 60-year-old man or late 50s or however old he was at the time. And he wants to run. He runs out of the ring. And that's what he does. He says, oh, time out. And he climbs up under the ring. And then when Floyd turned around, he jumps back in the ring and tries to hit him. You little dirty retard. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So smart money. No, I respect that. And I respect this particular fight in particular, smart money. Why? Because one thing that I noticed, Stiverne was the WBC champion, the vacant, whatever, and then Deontay Wilder beat him. But one thing in this rematch, this was supposed to be the Luis Ortiz fight. Luis Ortiz failed the drug test. He got a banned substance, which was from high blood pressure medication. Okay, well, backstory. Stiverne stepped in, but not only did he step in, he talked a gang of mierda, just a gang of shit. He talked so much to the point he was like, I'm ready to kill in the ring. This is not a game. I'm ready to kill, make a case. And Deontay Wilder didn't say nothing. He was just like, right? And we will see what's about to happen. Aid Egger, do you think Wilder should be allowed to fight with metal pins in his hand? Seems like an unfair advantage. No, because I don't see it's not like plaster of Paris. It's not like something outside the hands. It's something inside the hands. You know what I mean? I don't think and then you got to ask yourself, if it's something connecting his bones, Aid, if it's just metal rods connecting his bones together, I don't see how. I think that's reaching a bit because I don't see how that could benefit him having tape, gauze, wraps, gloves. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people can say, oh, it's like swinging with a cork bat, but or should I say a loaded bat? But I don't know. What do you think of Lennox Lewis and Ikebera Bucci fantasy fight? It happened in the past. If it happened in the past. Well, a lot of people avoided Ikebera Bucci, but let's be honest, Ikebera Bucci really wasn't around a long time, to be avoided. Okay. Ikebera Bucci was that guy that he did take a lot of people's O's while he was around. He was 20-0 with 15 KOs. He was one of my favorite fighters coming up. When he beat and took the fight to David Tua, I mean the Mike Tyson looking bald-headed David Tua, the Tua that was 223 pounds Tua. Yeah, that guy. I think he would have upset Lennox Lewis, honestly, because I think he would have hit Lennox with something that hurt Lennox. You know, but it's like Lennox is a guy that has to get hit with that one punch. You know what I mean? It's like you can hit him and daze him, but you gotta knock him out. But he can be knocked out. He's been knocked out twice by two different guys. Yeah, Charlie Z. Yeah, Z. He is a legend. He is an infamous guy. Kurt, one question. I respect your show, but why don't you Americans support your own? We praise our fighters in the UK, but you guys boo your fighters and discredit them. Well, smart money. You have to look at it like this. It's not the fact that I don't support my American fighters. Yes, I support my American fighters. You know, you have to understand, I've been watching boxing a very long time. As of right now, what do we really have to work with? You know, Wilder is not a champion anymore, and he turned down a lot of money to fight another champion, which I just disagreed with. But Jarrell Miller, right, tested positive for a banned substance. I mean, you can't roll with him, and he talked more shit than the law allowed, you know, which is a good thing. But he talked himself into the fight, you know. So it is what it is. I think that a lot of American fighters, we don't have a lot to show for America right now. You know, but no, I love Mike Tyson. I could give a shit about Lennox Lewis back in the day. So that's not the point. It's not the point of the nation you're from. It's boxing overall. You know, I wanted Tyson to knock out Lennox Lewis because I was pissed that he beat David Tua because I was a huge David Tua fan. I was mad that night. I got in a fight with my ex and all that shit. I was mad. We got in an argument. I don't care because he lost. David Tua lost because he couldn't hit him with that left hook that I was waiting for. All right? Whack fight. Come on, we're going to play Wilder fight. At least let it be the first fight. Hey, don't worry. It won't last long there, Brooke. Real aspect. I'm a Canadian and all my favorite fights are British. I like Devin Haney. Speaking of Canadian, I love David Lemieux. He's probably the hardest punching middleweight they have. He ain't the best boxer or whatever, but hard punch for punch, yeah. Now see, that's the mask I miss, people. The mask that looks like Phantom of the Opera or some shit. Some kind of Greek Roman-ish like warrior. The bronze mask, that's what I miss. Not this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Statue of Liberty fucking tin can bullshit that he was wearing now with armor and pads and shit on it. Okay? Because, I mean, I just think he just went overboard. That was right. That was good enough. You know? British fighters of the 90s. Demetrius Barnes. What up, sir? How you doing? No disrespect, boss. Nah, you're good. You're good. When you start getting older, not old, but older, you can respect stuff like that, young man. You know what I mean? You know, like back in the day, you try to get beer from a store, know damn well you wasn't old enough, and someone asks you for your ID, you want to get mad because you know you don't have no damn business being in there trying to get beer or cigarettes or whatever. But as you get older and you know the people asking you that because they might ask you that for, hey, maybe you look young. You're like, really? Ah, there you go. Well, it looks like that one kid that tries to wear flashy clothes to be cool. I gotta ask for ID, but I had my face mask on. Bathroom break. The New York State Athletic Commission. The commissioner is John Steverne. Introducing our three judges scoring from ringside.
From New York, Eric Merlinski. Also from New York, John McKay. And from New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. Introducing a referee in charge of the action, Arthur Mercanti. All right, fans, here we go with the rematch. Main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, it's showtime! Introducing you first, the challenger on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with multi-color trim, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Las Vegas and Haiti.
I am back, peoples. Haha, I got my ID. I got ID the other day and you're 33. It's good. I know Corona's just going to spark out of nowhere. Look, Stiverne talks so much shit. I mean, he talked so much shit. Then he was like, I'm gonna kill, I'm ready to kill, and I'm gonna catch a case. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. What's better? Let's Get Ready to Rumble by Michael Bubba. It's showtime. I like them all. I heard that pay-per-view so much from Michael Buffer. I think that's more the premiere. I believe Michael Buffer gets paid more though, honestly. Uh-oh, he's cocking them cannons. Hing.
Now to give instructions, Arthur Mercanti. Let's go, champ.
Yeah, he is animated, ain't he?
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. They should have something. Let's go, champ. Little Wilder just looking at him like, I'm gonna beat your ass. Freedom Fighting 1, 2, 3. What's up, brother? Gonna punch in the house. We're about to see the longest fight in history between Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder taking on Bermain Stiverne. 2, the only man up to this date to ever survive from Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. I know, right? I might stay on a little bit. Good jab from Wilder. Another good jab. He's setting up the jab. Classic Wilder. He's trying to get a reaction out of Bermain Stiverne. He's balling up. He's tightening up on the defense, Stiverne. Stiverne hasn't threw a punch yet, mind you.
Almost 3 years. January of 2015.
Jab from Wilder. Stiff jab.
If you were able to...
Wilder does this herky-jerky little, I'm fast. I'm strong. He throws that jab. Because he wants Stiverne to open up, but he's not doing so. So Stiverne's just taking the jab, but he's covering these jabs. He's semi or partially blocking these jabs. And that's all Wilder's doing. Jab. Jab. Jab.
The veins, his face is catching
Jab.
everything.
His face is catching everything. Oh, good right.
Wilder surely has it.
It went on the guard of Steverne. First decent opponent. First one with a boxing IQ.
Right and left hand by Wilder.
Didn't say he had a good IQ, just with a boxing IQ.
This type of match, you didn't see it much in the first fight, but he gets Steverne leading into an uppercut.
I honestly have not seen Steverne throw a punch. He just threw a jab. Wilder beats his chest. Oh, down goes Steverne with a straight right hand, people. Surprisingly. Wait for it. Counter punch at him. And there's 34 seconds left. Wilder's just sitting there all treacherous, like, I'm gonna beat your ass again. I'm gonna knock you down again. Right hand, clubbing right hand, and down goes Steverne once again. Steverne gets straight up, all calm and cool, like nothing's wrong. Arthur McCanty Jr., the referee, he's an animated character too. New York's finest. He had a dad who was once a referee. He passed not too long ago. Oh, oh, oh! Deontay Wilder starts hitting him, then he doesn't want to stop, so Arthur McCanty has to grab him. No, Deontay, it's over, Deontay. And that's that. And Stiverne's sitting there. You know who Stiverne was looking like? You know who Stiverne was looking like? He was looking like I don't know what he said, but he looked like Dillian White when he got knocked out by Anthony Joshua.
Amazing because
I told you I was going to drop you.
McCanty separated them after the second knockdown.
Joe Joyce took Stiverne out. Yeah, but Stiverne was never the same after he got that walloping. But you got to understand something about Stiverne. Stiverne was 41 years old. Let's check out Stiverne right now. Bermain Stiverne.
According to Wikipedia, Bermain Stiverne is a Haitian-Canadian.
What it would mean,
4 losses, 21 by KO, 25 wins, 30 fights, 1 draw, right? Now, this guy was born in 78, so he's 41 years old. He'll be 42. He's Pacquiao's age.
the only man who went the distance
How old was Wilder, though?
in one round.
Wilder had him. He had an age on Wilder, what, about 8 years, 9 years? Ooh, good right hand. Straight through the middle. Down goes Stiverne. That was knockdown number 2, peoples. It's a trip how everyone's back there. Is that Tony Danza? I could have sworn I just seen Tony Danza. Wait, let me see. Let me see if that was Tony Danza. That's who's the boss, people.
Wasn't that big of an opening, but he found it.
Yeah, that's Tony Danza back there.
In the final minute.
Wait, Wilder had all black corner. Had an all black corner.
Bird is up, Wilder wins.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it again. And the left hook.
Hit him with a left hook. Yeah, they hit him with a temple shot. He didn't see it because he was covering up and he caught him right here.
The boxing equivalent of calling your shot. Now it's the bird.
I'm Tony Danza undercover, Kurt.
Separate them. Only 11 seconds.
Damn, I hope not.
So you're thinking, not enough time, right? Wrong. Boom.
Oh, actually, that was a behind the head punch. And that left hook caught him. Oh, that right hook, that right punch caught him. Yeah, Steverne was already out.
Years. And it still looks like he hasn't had a fight for 2 years. Because he never got into this one.
Yeah, Who's the Boss was off the chain.
Now, there's no free knockdown.
I love Alyssa Milano. Yeah. Sam! Technique for the second knockdown was horrible, though. Yeah, it was shitty, smart money. I mean, he's wild. I mean, how is he going to do? He's going to do it the way he did it. He says the right way, it's the wrong way, it's the way I do it. Wilder somehow got 50-0, people would be talking of GOAT. Well, he didn't. Word of the day. So, unfortunately. Well, you got Mark Breland, and I don't even see JD's. Yeah, there he is. There's JD's back there. As a kid, I had a crush on the blonde, Angela, or whatever her name is on the show. You mean Judith Light? Yeah, Judith Light was okay back then. Had those blonde hair and those dark eyes. Yeah.
Well, Farmer indeed, and there is Arthur McKenzie, who really takes to his job. He's been hit by stuff before, breaking up fighters. Here's Jim Gray, do the interview.
All right, Morrow, thank you very much.
And that was that, peoples. Stiverne Corner let Wilder beat him for too long in the first fight. That's why he's finished now. Well, Stiverne's old. Stiverne really wasn't that good anyway. The only person he beat was Chris Arreola, and I believe that was twice, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Well, he got beat by Joe Joyce, Deontay Wilder. He beat Chris Arreola twice. Everyone else, I never heard of. Honestly, I never heard of anybody else Stiverne beat. Stiverne and Chris Arreola is a guy that, you know, he was promised to be the next best Mexican thing since he was Mexican in the heavyweight. But, I mean, he didn't beat anyone. He got beat by Deontay Wilder, Bermane Stiverne. Now, he did beat Seth Mitchell, and Seth Mitchell was somewhat promising of the time. He beat Eric Molina. So, basically, Chris Arreola had a better resume than Bermane Stiverne did. The only thing Bermane Stiverne done was beat Chris Arreola.
You're going to fight Povetkin, Ortiz, the PEDs took them out. People question the people that you've beaten, but you're only permitted to fight the people who will fight you. And you have 39 wins now and 38 knockouts. So the frustration comes partly because those guys don't want to fight you or they're on drugs or whatever the circumstance may be. What do you do now to entice and somehow get Anthony Joshua into the ring so that the fans can see what they want to see and you can get the fight that you want so desperately?
You know, I've been waiting on that fight for a long time now. Me versus A Juice and J. Listen, mate. I declare war upon you. Do you accept my challenge? Or you still gonna squabble as you piss? I've been waiting for a long time, baby. I know I'm the champion. I know I'm the best. Is you up for the test?
And let's talk about Joshua in a moment. Since we had such a quick stoppage here, let's take a look.
Let's talk about Joshua in a moment.
Other than just
I don't know. That's a good question. I did a video on it earlier today. I know I'm the best. Are you up for the test?
Pounds heavier, hadn't fought in 2 years. Tell us about it here.
Yeah, first of all, man, you got to give a props to Steverne, man.
For what?
For what?
Take a lot of pride in stepping in the ring with somebody like me. So, you know, my hat goes off to him. My love goes to him, man. I want peace, man. We handle everything in the ring. We do what we got to do in the ring, and man, at least he stepped up. You know, he was a clean fighter. He got in here. He did the best he can do, and our hats goes out to him. My prayers goes out to him as well, man. I love you, Steverne.
All right. Here comes the end of the fight. Deontay, I bet you know it was over by now anyway.
Boom! Jim Gray, yeah. Yeah, that was behind the head punch. No doubt about it. He hit him behind the head. See, a lot of punches behind the head can be overlooked because look at where McCanty's on the other side of him, and he didn't see that right hand, but it landed all the way back here, people. It landed here. Okay, so McCanty didn't see that, but that was behind the head punch.
You should come over and fight Dylan White. Will you do that if that's what it takes to get a fight with Joshua?
The thing about it, a king don't
Takes the peasants. Kings take kings.
Does that mean you have another fight until it's Anthony Joshua? And what's the plan if he doesn't give you that fight?
If you don't give me that fight, then if you got other plans, other routes what we have, you know, they trying to give me a peasant as in Dylan White, but they don't want to put Joshua on that contract. Why should I go to England to fight a peasant without the king on the contract? You know, king don't chase peasants, like I said.
Yeah.
You know, we throw lettuce at him and spoiled tomatoes at him. He can eat that. But the world wants Joshua.
All right, well,
The world wants Wilder.
All right, let me
I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby.
Well,
No more hiding.
No more dodging. No more ducking.
No more excuses. Let's make the fight happen. Let's see who's the best. I know I'm the best. Are you up for the test?
Will you go and fight him in England if that's required?
You know, my belt says the heavyweight champion of the world.
So does his. And he has a
But
couple
the
of...
thing about him, between the difference between me and him, they rather stay in their safe haven over in England.
But will you go, there's the question.
I would go anywhere in the world, Jim. Anywhere in the world. When I'm about to go to Russia, I'll go to England as well too. So make the date. Don't wait.
All right, let's hope it happens. Deontay, congratulations. Thank you.
Well, that was a night for Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. And to pick up on that, this is a good footnote, okay? Because this actually, when he called out Joshua, this is in 2017. In fact, let me see when this actually was dated. Okay, wait. Okay, this was November 4th. November 4th of 2017. Now, strangely enough, that's the first time Wilder called out Joshua. First time. Whereas Joshua was a champion. He called out Joshua back in, this was 17, called him out in 15, when Joshua was like 10-0 or something like that. He had nothing to offer. And I guess he wanted to take care of him early, which was smart. Don't get me wrong. It was smart because what you could do, you could always fight a guy before he can reach his peak. And that's what I think that was Al Heyman's plan and strategy and Shelley Finkel. You know, they were like, let's fight Anthony Joshua now. Get that guy out because he's a gold Olympian, and everyone knew the potential of someone that's gold Olympian. Anytime when you leave the amateurs on the Olympic gold status, your expectations are very high, and they knew that. And they knew, okay, I'm gonna take out a golden Olympian. You know, Deontay was a bronze. He's the bronze bomber because he was the bronze placeholder. Okay, he was beaten by two other people. Okay, so he's bronze by default. Well, they wanted to fight. Why? They wanted to fight Joshua. However, when Joshua that same year, people, in March of 2017, Deontay Wilder was in England. I have to remind you, people, England, everybody that's listening, he was in England, okay? He was the champ. He was the champ then. He was the champ for 2 years by that time. He had fought Steverne in early 15 to get his belt, right? Now, Joshua and Klitschko were duking it out for the WBA, the vacant, okay? But now they kind of punched to you. And what ended up happening was he was there, he was the commentator there, and his name wasn't even mentioned. Let's just be real. Deontay Wilder was the champ, but he made no noise, no buzz, spoke no words of Anthony Joshua. In fact, the only communication that they had between each other was a simple fist bump. That's all happened. Deontay Wilder saw Anthony Joshua up in the ring and he gave him a fist bump. That's it. But what did Anthony Joshua and who did Anthony Joshua call out? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys because this is very, very important. Because a lot of people are getting it twisted where a lot of people are thinking that Wilder just so viciously wanted a Joshua fight at that time. You know, I guess it took him about 6 or 7 months after he beat Steverne for the second time to actually gather enough courage or whatever to call out Anthony Joshua. But I think the best thing what you could ever do in a situation like that is call that man out after that man has won that title. Because he already had the IBF and he just beat Klitschko for the WBA. He didn't have the WBO yet because remember, he didn't get that till 18, okay? Which was about a few months later after, which November, December, January, February. I think that was in March, okay? So about 2 years ago, he got that belt from Parker, okay? Because remember, Parker and Andy Ruiz fought for that belt, and Parker beat Andy Ruiz. Okay, and he beat him for that belt. Let me find it because I know it's somewhere. I have it. But the trash talk started at that point. And people need to understand, he calls Dillian White a peasant, but there was a reason why Dillian White wanted his opportunity because he was warranted that. He had earned that opportunity, as you guys should know. If you don't know, Dillian White has been #1 mandatory for the longest, like 900 days, some stupid shit like that. You know, and a lot of people, you're still counting. Why are you still counting? Because it's something you've been waiting for. Why not count? You ain't got what you've been waiting for yet, so you're going to keep counting, obviously. So I don't see why people are pissing and moaning on why, whatchamacallit, is complaining. Like, you're mad because he's been shitted on? You know what I mean? Let's see. In fact, I can do this better. And here we go. April 29th, right? That's Wembley Stadium in London. The IBF heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua made an aggressive defense of his title against Vladimir Klitschko. Now,
as boxing states, you leave
Okay, I don't know why it's turn on my Wi-Fi on this because it's acting retarded for some reason.
As boxing states, you leave your ego at the door and you respect your opponent. So a massive shout out to Vladimir Klitschko for taking part. How much respect do you have for this man here? Okay, I'm not going to say too much because I don't know if he wants to come back and fight me again. But I got, in the terms of the Boxing Hall of Fame and the boxing arena, he's a role model in and out of the ring. And I've got nothing but love and respect for anyone that steps in the ring, including Vladimir Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko, Jonathan Banks, Robert McCracken, Tony Sims, Max McCracken, Peter Sims, Seltzer, Freddie Cunningham, the list goes on. You can hear I'm a little bit emotional because I know I've got doubters that think that I can't do this and do that, but I dig deep. It is what it is. As I said, if you don't take part, you're going to fail. So just give it a go and you never know the outcome. London, Ukraine, Germany, thank you. I love you all. Thank you very much.
Anthony, break the fight down for us and how you thought it was going, including the knockdown in the 5th and then you were down in the 6th.
Well, you know, this is boxing. Look, sometimes you can be a phenomenal boxer, but that's when you find out who you really are. In this small little ring here, there's nowhere to... Anyone can do this. Anyone can do it. Just give it a go. As I said, it's about character. Find what you believe in, what you're good at. I come out and I won. That's how far I had to dig. I didn't go into a 12-round slugfest and... Tyson Fury, where you at, baby? Come on, is that what you want to see? Come on, we're here, man. I enjoy fighting. I love fighting. Tyson Fury, I know he's been talking a lot and he wants to come back and compete. I want to give 90,000 people another chance to witness a lovely night of boxing. I just want to fight everyone, man. I'm really enjoying this right now.
Now, calls out Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder was right there. But my thing is, nobody thought to call out Deontay Wilder. But if Deontay felt disrespected, why didn't he say anything? You see what I mean? Like, he was there as a commentator. He was the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. That's one of the most prestigious belts, right? That's the word around the campfire. Right? So we have April 29th and Klitschko fights Joshua for both belts, because both belts were basically on the line. Because if Klitschko would have knocked out Anthony Joshua in the 6th round or the 7th or whatever, when he dropped him and he just would have stopped him, Vladimir Klitschko would have had those belts. And, you know, this is my counterpunch on this. I really do believe this. I think Deontay Wilder, well, think about it, smart money. How is that cowardly of AJ? See, it made Deontay look bad because he wasn't even mentioned, simply because he wasn't really that guy that nobody really looked as a champion. See, Vladimir Klitschko went on record saying Wilder had people bashed Wilder for his opposition because nobody knew who he fought. He didn't fight anybody. And Vladimir was at the point, because Vladimir knows Deontay. Deontay has mad respect for Vladimir Klitschko. Don't get it twisted. He went over there to Germany or Russia, wherever they went, and they sparred. Joshua sparred with him too. I don't know if it was the same time or whatever that was. I'm not a charge of that. What I'm saying is that Wilder was that baby champion. That's what his label was. See, AJ didn't have to call out Deontay Wilder. Why would he call out Deontay Wilder? It was they were in Britain, so he called out Tyson Fury. Why? Because Tyson Fury was once in control of all them damn belts. And Tyson Fury was talking. Deontay Wilder wasn't talking. Now, here's the thing. You have to put yourself in a position. What happened to the energy that he had later that year, November 4th, 2017? What happened to that energy Now, at that point, what happened to that energy back in April? That's the question you ask yourself. You see what I'm saying? Smart money. Think about that. He could have actually called out Anthony Joshua. He could have stepped in the ring like, hey, I would like to say something. I'm the WBC. Nobody would have said shit. He would have came there. I would like to get it on. I am the WBC champion, and I want to fight Anthony Joshua. He didn't say that shit till May, June, July, August, September, October, November. It took you 7 months to say something about Anthony Joshua, but never in his face. And it looked bad because I honestly think that Deontay Wilder purposely didn't say nothing because he knew he wasn't on that level. Because if you think Vladimir Klitschko would have beat Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder would have said something. Who else was there? Let me ask you guys another question. Okay, better yet. Who else was there that night? Shelly Finkel. Who is Shelly Finkel? The manager of Deontay Wilder. Who is he also a manager of? Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, he was there. He helped make that fight. He was in the ring. He was in the ring with Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko, the guy he manages, because he put that fight together. Because he thought, like I thought, that AJ was not going to beat Vladimir. Because I thought Vladimir, Steel Hammer, he can't do that. He's a tough kid. I like how he did what he did with Charles Martin and all that, and Dillian White and all that, but you know, Klitschko's a whole different dude, okay? And he damn near, you know, he showed him who he was. So Vladimir, look, why do you think Vladimir left the sport of boxing? Because he was satisfied with his outcome. He was satisfied with what he did in his last fight. Yeah, he lost, but look how he lost. That was the best fight of 2017. The best heavyweight fight, right? Deontay Wilder said nothing. When has Deontay Wilder ever just sat there and be quiet and respectful? Because I don't think he was supposed to. I don't think that he could, because I think that Shelly Finkel said, Deontay, don't get into this. This is Anthony Joshua and Vladimir. Vladimir, we don't want you in there with Vladimir Klitschko. He's a beast. He will knock you in the next year. We're giving you baby steps. That's what I believe would happen. Deontay Wilder didn't say nothing until he knew, hey, I think I'm ready. When he knocked out Steverne, okay, I'm ready. That wasn't a fluke. I went 12 rounds with that guy. You know what I mean? They wanted Wilder to fight Klitschko and take the belts, but since AJ beat Wilder, that put a damper in their plan that they couldn't beat a young AJ. Well, it was, you know, he never called out Klitschko, though. So it's hard for me to believe that because, see, he was just there commentating. What was he there for? He was a WBC champ. Why the fuck are they calling out Tyson Fury and he's retired? He's on drugs, 400 pounds, drinking, drunk, right? Why are they calling him out and then Wilder sitting right there? That's more like the elephant of the room. Now, you can look at it if you wanted to criticize somebody. You could say Anthony Joshua could have easily called out Deontay Wilder, but then it's like, well, why would he call out Deontay Wilder? Deontay Wilder ain't fought nobody. See, that was even before the second Steverne fight. Okay? This was before that. So he had just beat Steverne, which is a fucking nobody. Who had that belt before Steverne? Vitali. Nobody wanted a piece of Vitali, and Shelly did not want him near Vladimir either. He didn't want Deontay Wilder nowhere near these guys because, you know, these Klitschkos are the creme de la creme in the heavyweight division. You know why we hated heavyweight division back in the last 15 years? Because the fucking Klitschkos were there. They had it sold up. They had a monopoly going with them damn belts. You beat one, you got to fight the other one. They had some weird stuff going on. Okay? Baby Champ wasn't ready. He wasn't ready and he knew he wasn't ready. And if he felt he was ready, he would have said exactly what he said in April on the 29th. Let's just be real about it. Let's stop pulling punches. He was there. Oh, Tyson Fury, where you at, baby? Right? But I mean, did Deontay Wilder make his presence known? Think about it, man. It's almost like, okay, somebody comes back over here in the States. Are you up for the test? Because I'm the best. Don't wait. Make the date. He could have said that shit in April. Now he lost. Now, you know. Because Tyson Fury did come back, didn't he? You know, and now AJ and Tyson Fury share something in common. They both beat Klitschko. They got a piece of the old king. They got a victory over the old reigning king. Okay? That's what it is. Smart money. You get what I'm saying? You still there? I mean, he didn't have it. Jim Brown, what's up, brother? That's what happens when you have careful crafted career. That's what happens. And they carefully chose that career for Wilder. They carefully made sure that he was brought along like he's supposed to. You know, Tyson Fury was another hand-picked opponent for Deontay Wilder. He couldn't punch worth the shit. He was fast, he was quick, but then how long could it be fast and quick with the type of lifestyle that he'd been living for the last 3 years? That's the question you ask yourself all the way through. So it's one of those things. It's just one of those things altogether. You know. It's reverse psychology, Kurt. If you make Deontay feel like he doesn't exist, what does Wilder do after that? Calls out AJ. Then after that, Finkel takes over Wilder's brain. Well, I tell you one thing. Obviously, he didn't have a brain of his own that day. He had nothing but silence. And silence speak wonders. Just like we haven't heard from him now. Why? Why haven't we heard from Deontay Wilder now? What's been going on with Deontay Wilder? I mean, really. What's really been going on with this guy? You know, is he... I mean, I know, you know, I hope he's spending time with his family, but damn. Well, he's out of internet. What, did he go to Africa? He can't get back? What's the deal? Did he pull a Dave Chappelle? You know what I mean? I get it, but AJ should have called out Wilder there and then. Yep, but Deontay could have done that too. That's the problem. Deontay Wilder has to make his own voice. Right? I mean, you don't... when do you call a fighter out? When they're there. You know? The thing is, you don't want to call a fighter out when he's fucking 6,000 miles away from you. You know what I mean? When you have the ample opportunity then. Because I can understand if look, smart money. This is what I'm saying, okay? I can understand if Deontay Wilder wasn't a champ then, or neither was AJ. Nothing had changed from the status of Deontay Wilder. Nothing. He was always the WBC champ. He was a WBC champ for 2 years up until that time, because I think he got it in January of 15, where he beat Steverne. You know? So, you know, they need to respect him as a champion. Honestly, if I'm Deontay Wilder, I would feel a little respected. Like, if I really wanted to fight Anthony Joshua, if I was interested in fighting Joshua, after Joshua just had a hell of a fight beating Klitschko, I would have said something like, well, what about me? Wait a minute, I'm the WBC champ. Fuck Tyson Fury. Who the fuck is Tyson Fury? Oh, that has been? That guy that used to be? Hell, Klitschko's in better shape than him. Why don't I fight him? You know what I mean? Better fact, why don't I fight you? You know what I mean? Why are we talking about Fury? Let me give you guys an example of taking your career in your own hands. Do you guys remember Erislandy Lara? Right? He is a Cuban fighter that defected from Cuba back in '08, I believe. And it was a very difficult fighter to fight. One of the best boxers, the pure boxers that we had in the last 6-7 years, right? Well, he wanted to fight Canelo, and Canelo kept ducking him. Canelo kept avoiding him. Canelo didn't want that fight. Like a lot of people didn't. They didn't want to fight no one like Lara because he was difficult. He was a southpaw and he was very tricky, right? What did Lara do to get that fight? Do you guys remember? You guys know? If you don't know, here you go. Erislandy Lara, after Canelo Alvarez beat Angulo, El Perro Angulo, right? Lara walked on stage of the press conference and walked up right beside Canelo Alvarez and told Canelo Alvarez, well, hey, since we have beat the same guy and we are champions, why don't we fight? And Canelo Alvarez said, well, who else wants to see that? And some people said, oh, yeah, me, CC. And they were like, oh, wait, was that just your manager talking or whatever, right? Well, it pissed Canelo off. And therefore, Canelo and Lara happened. Why? Because Lara took the initiative, called out Canelo in public, made it known, I want to fight you. We both only got one loss, and then Lara's loss was a fucking robbery. Canelo's loss was Mayweather's. Canelo was just coming off a loss. Okay? But Canelo took that fight, and he took that fight because he felt disrespected, because he said, the balls on this Cuban kid to fucking call me out in front of everybody in my Mexican crowd. Right? Who is this dude? Lara showed him who he was. And that was a split decision loss. But what happened after the Canelo fight? Lara actually raised his profile for getting that fight. He went out on the limb. He made that happen. And who is his advisor? Al Heyman. Right? Who is Canelo with? Golden Boy. Makes sense? It's about taking the initiative. I just did a video about Terrence Crawford today, and Terrence Crawford said the same thing. It's about the fighters. If the fighters want it, it will happen. If the promoters can talk the fighters out of thinking that they don't need it, well, so be it. But if you are a fighter and you want to be the baddest man on the hill, and you want to take on the best opposition and the current champs and the number one names out there, you're going to make it happen through social media, through face-to-face confrontation, through taunting, through a lot of other ways to make your point known, to know who you are, to let you know or let them know who you are, and you want to fight them. And then more importantly, you let your promoter know, so your promoter can start vouching for you to get that fight. And that fight was made between him and Lara. Lara lost by split decision, which was some fishy shit. But De La Hoya did not want him to fight him again because he knew it was a bad fight. It was a bad style matchup for Canelo. Canelo couldn't hit that guy and dominate that guy. If you see any Canelo demonstration or highlights, you won't see Lara, because he looked terrible in the Lara fight. When he fought Erislandy Lara, he looked bad. And a lot of people, man, he got robbed. Okay? Lara got robbed, but it's Canelo on points, right? You ain't gonna beat Canelo if you're not a superstar. Hell, Cotto thought he won, which I don't know how he thought he won. And it was Cotto Canelo. Let's let you know. Oppo Ja, 5E, what's up, brother? Eddie Hearn don't do 50-50 fights, trust me. Well, it wasn't about 50-50. A lot of times you got a guy that you don't even know of. Did he say 50-50 before? He said, hey, don't wait, make the date. Okay, they made him an offer. He took it to social media and called it slave wages. Now, he immediately brought race into that situation real quick, because he wanted people to think Eddie Hearn was a racist guy because he was a white guy, and then turned it all racial. When in doubt, here, choose the race card. C-Stance, counterpunch to you, brother. Yeah, hit the like button, please, people. Hit the like button. We got 70 on the chat. Let's make it 100 likes, because I know those are just the 23 that either came and went or came back again. But hit the like button for me, please. But, 12.5 million is a lot more than Wilder made. You know what? 12.5 million is probably more than Wilder made recently. They say he made 30. You don't know that. It took him a long time to make certain fights, but it surely wasn't slave wages, because his own promotional company did not give him that 12.5. He didn't make 12.5 until when? It wouldn't in 18, maybe in 19. Is when he joined back with Showtime, and Showtime gave him the money that the Zone was going to give him for the $20 million to fight Dominic Breazeale. And they did that, and they gave him a nice little package. Well, when he fought Breazeale, and it did go viral because he knocked out Breazeale in the first round, similar to this fight. But what happened? Hey, Then they wanted to give him another fight with Luis Ortiz for what? What happened? Did you find your answer where Wilder been hiding since he's beat down? No, man, he's still on the milk carton, man. You know what I mean? I just submitted a post for him to be submitted on the milk card so we can possibly find him Muhammad Ali, because we're looking for Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. His bomb squad nation's looking for him. And they're like, what the hell? Where's our king? J.R. Bell, how is 12.5 slave wages when Wilder fought Washington for $825,000? Wilder made no sense with the statement. No, he didn't, because I think at that point when they offered him, and honestly, I think they offered him too much. If Mayweather can offer Canelo Alvarez $5 million to fight him, and he was the cash cow of boxing, and then this guy offers him twice as much, he calls it slave wages, he's tripping. That's the only thing. He's tripping, and guess what? They started with too much money. And I think that Eddie Hearn is too ambitious. I think what he does is, offer him $15 million. No, because they did that with Triple G, remember? And I think when Triple G, his biggest payday was $5 million. These are facts. When he fought David Lemieux on pay-per-view, because I saw that fight, he boxed David Lemieux and he eventually stopped David Lemieux, right? They made him throw in the towel. But his fight was $5 million. And the pay-per-view was garbage. It was trash. Now I'm telling you the truth. And then what happened? That's what happens. These guys, the B-side, what they do, it's negotiations. It's like, this motherfucker's rich. We're going to see how much money we can get from him. That's all it was. It was about money. So then he was, this slave wages, master, he milking Annabelle. He milking the black man. Yeah, that's it. Wilder has been boozled by his own team. They are prize fighters. Yep. It's all right at 6 a.m. here. You got to go to sleep. And got to go to sleep, Kurt. See you. And go, fellas. All right. Adrian, my team. Counterpunch to you. Have a good night. Eddie put on Bellew versus Usyk, Campbell versus Loma. He put his fighters up against stiff competition all the time. Smart money. Klitschko versus AJ. AJ versus White. White versus Chisora. White versus Rivas. Yeah, he did a lot of that. Let's hit that like button, people. Hit the like button for me, please. Jay, this is a great reference, bringing up Canelo. On two separate occasions, Canelo took the smaller part of the split to get rewards on the back end. He did that against Floyd and Cotto. But look, here's the deal. Canelo is the cash cow now. He's the cash cow. They both, they're heavyweights. Both of them could get knocked the fuck out, gentlemen's game. It don't matter. It really don't matter. The thing is, who has the better defense? Because any of them get hit in the chin. I think honestly, Wilder has a weaker chin area. This is your chin, okay? So when somebody says, hey man, do you have a better chin? I think Joshua has a better chin, but I think Wilder has Wilder doesn't have a better chin. Joshua has a better chin, but I think Joshua has weak points up here. You can catch a fighter up here near his pressure points, and that's his vulnerable areas. Because the reason I'm saying that is I'm basing that off of the times I've seen both guys hurt. No bias. One, Klitschko hitting Joshua, right? Where did he hit Joshua when he knocked him down? Right here. Or right around the temple forehead area, okay? He hit that man and boom! Oh! Joshua went down, but he caught him with left hooks all night. Remember, before he dropped him, Klitschko, Klitschko comes in with that left hook, and he was catching Joshua. Joshua was taking those rights. Just like when Dillian White caught Joshua the second time you saw him hurt. And that was before that. He stumbled around, but he gained his composure. But he was hit where? The chin. He has a tougher chin than he does his cerebral area up here. Okay? Now, I think Wilder gets hit because he got caught with that right hook where Luis Ortiz caught him in the 7th round in their first fight. Okay? And then that's what it is. It's like he caught Wilder and Wilder got buckled, right? Just like Wilder got hurt against Fury in the first fight. In the 12th round, he started stumbling. It's his chin. But both of them can get knocked the fuck out. It's the heavyweight division. It takes one punch to change everything. That's a good video topic, though. Her and cards are legit. Antonio Matthews, Wilder shares the family chin with his brother. Yeah, his brother just got coon cocked. And his brother, I don't think he was trained right. I think he was just growing off the strength of his brother and getting those cards, getting that $10,000, $15,000 purse money off the strength of his brother. But he couldn't fight. He had a lot to learn, and he was dealing with guys that had more experience in him and got a lucky punch off, and it really exploited the fact that he had no business in the ring with those guys until he knew how to properly protect himself. I agree with CB trying to judge what he has to say, and I'm getting nothing back. Ruiz hit AJ with a legal shot. So, Ruiz used dirty tactics against AJ. Say no more. Well, Samuel Garcia, he did hit him behind the head. The punches he actually went down on were behind the head. The punch that hurt Joshua, it was solid on. The left hook was a legal shot. Now, to be fair, Joshua probably would have went down anyway, but he went down on accumulations of punches that came after that punch that actually hurt him. So that boom, he did that. Then Ruiz came in. All those punches that he landed were behind the head or back here. Go watch that fight again. You will see the punch that actually where Joshua fell down was behind the head punches. I will give him the benefit of the doubt, though. But yeah, that's what it is, people. I think that a lot of times we look at these fighters. Not everybody's gonna get beat. It's okay. Well, the thing we gotta hope and pray for is boxing to come back. This shouldn't be something like, that, hey, this is what it used to be. Remember, we used to have live fights. This shit's getting kind of ridiculous off the chain. Wilder's nowhere to be found. I wonder if he wants Joshua to talk about him now. Well, Wilder has a job to do. Wilder has to pick himself back up. He has to train. He has to show himself, his teammates, his fans, his critics, that he belongs still in the ring. Because a lot of people, honestly, they fall apart after they take their first loss. Where's Waldo? Here's his AJ. People are counting AJ out. I don't know why, because AJ can't take Fury. Look, you just got to see that fight, man. It's Spence versus Crawford, made as you guys don't know what one is. Well, that would be a very good fight. I think it's more like a 60-40 to me in favor of Crawford, and I'm going to tell you why. Crawford is a guy that's probably one of the most skilled, but that doesn't mean you're going to beat the bigger guy. Errol Spence is the bigger guy. He's a big welterweight. I think Errol Spence, honestly, he fights outside his normal weight. I think he doesn't even supposed to be a welterweight. He's young. He can cut the weight. But as he gets older, if you notice, he's calling out Golovkin, I'll stop Golovkin, I'll stop Canelo. Those guys are 160 pounds and up. Nobody that's a welterweight would be saying those type of things about fighters that are way heavier than him if he was in the right weight class. Think about what I said. If Errol Spence talking about stopping Golovkin, which I would love to see. I would love to see him fight Canelo, Golovkin. Man, do you know what type of fights those would produce? The type of fighting style that Errol Spence has, the aggressive body punching style, the right hook, the strong left. It would be a hell of a fight. However, him saying that he would stop much bigger guys lets us know you don't supposed to be in the right weight class, buddy. You know what I mean? When have you seen guys from a smaller weight class saying that they will knock out much bigger dudes? Because he belongs there. Errol Spence belongs there. Make no doubt about it. So him fighting Terrence Crawford would be the smaller guy going in there. Same height, they're about the same height. Reach, I think Crawford has a little bit on the reach, but, Crawford could outbox Errol. He could outbox Errol. I do, but I know Errol's tough, right? So it would be a very important fight. We don't know. I mean, I think Errol Spence had problems anyway, hanging out with the Charlos and all that, but we'll see. We'll see what he does. But the only problem I have with Crawford is he takes too much risk at times. You know what I mean? Because at this point in his career, I think, like, for example, Mayweather, he actually implemented more of a defensive style a lot of people say to avoid punches and confrontations, but really to avoid him from punching as much, Kurt, I will not be surprised if AJ knocks out Fury because I am not looking over AJ's skills and power in the ring. Well, Joe Joyce said it recently that, going blow for blow with AJ is not a good idea. So if Fury wants to fight Anthony Joshua like that, he's not going to fight a person that only looks to throw one punch and hurt you in one punch, especially when you have a game plan to put punches together. Okay? Wilder didn't have that. Wilder didn't have a game plan of, okay, if my right hand don't work, I'm just going to fight this motherfucker. You know what I mean? We just going to go fuck it. He didn't have that. Wilder's not that type of fighter at all. He's not a fighter. He's a knockout artist. He fixates on that one punch that he has and he can punch with very well, and that's his right hand. Bottom line. I never said that. You said Eddie doesn't put his guy. Okay, AJ Bell collected Fury, fought one man to collect them Fury. Yeah, AJ definitely had like a Jon Snow-like career. You know what I mean? Fury will give him the 12 clinch. Yeah, you think Wilder will be mentally ready for Fury? The 1-2 clinch. Yeah. Man, just chat. Don't know nothing about boxing. Man, just chat. Don't know nothing about boxing. Okay. Seems to me that after Wilder lost his fight, the trash talk just ceased. He has a lot of egg on his face right now. If he's smart, he would train right now. Well, I don't know what he's doing. He could be training right now. So we don't know what's going on with Wilder. Shit, let's just hope he doesn't go home and gain 500 fucking pounds. You know what I mean? Because that's definitely a sign of depression and stuff like that. I'd hate to see that. Just watch the Otto Wallin fight AJ. Just watch the Otto Wallin fight. AJ has chances. Yeah, he has chances. People pretend like Tyson Fury is this guy that's just so skillful that you can't hit him. He does have a irky-jerky style at times, but he shows that he can change it up. But Joshua showed that he can change up his style according to who he's fighting. So, Let's see. I think mentally Wilder will be afraid to get close to Fury. He will keep distance definitely and attack quick and move away from Fury. That's what Smarty would do. Start knowing how to, lock Fury up. But Fury would hit him and do the same to him. King Jack, Double R, what's up, brother? Fury ain't no Ali. Joshua is dangerous for Fury if he gets in the inside. Yeah. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Wilder said AJ is not a true warrior after losing to Annie. What does he say of him now? I don't know. Anagar, that's a good question. Counterpunch to you. He's not saying much at all. But he doesn't supposed to. I mean, what does he supposed to say? Because he was contradicting. I mean, if you contradicted yourself and you had an ego like Wilder, would you actually say something to correct yourself? You know what I mean? Having a big ego doesn't mean you have integrity. So that doesn't mean anything. So it is what it is. But anyway, guys, man, it's been fun. I'm going to get off of here, play some Resident Evil 2 or something like that. You know, it's getting dark, so it's time to get it in. Watch some Ozarks. I've been on that pretty much. So, you know, get me something to eat. But, man, this was fun. Fun watching Steverne getting knocked out by Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Wilder calling out Joshua. No more dodging. No more ducking. Yeah, Ozarks is crazy, man. I'm on episode 9-1, so don't spoil it for me. So I'm watching and I'm binging. We got to do something toward the quarantine. I hope you guys are safe. Love you guys. Be good. Be blessed. Stay inside and drink lots of water and get, you know, and prepare for the worst or the best. But anyway, guys, everybody on the chat, you guys been counterpunched. Have a good night. Peace.